Is that you, Cleo? Well, hello, Cleo. How you doing this afternoon? You doing fine? Yep. Papa will put you some more yummy food out for supper here in just a little bit. Hey, Spooky. Hey. You doing okay, too? Cleo, what have I told you about being such a curmudgeon? Yeah, now you're gonna lick him. Jeez. Come on. Act right. Y'all want to take a little walk? Hey, maybe our friends and family will show up as we're walking. Well, another beautiful day in the deep south of Alabama, my little piece of paradise, as you can see. Once again, for many days now, just that clear blue sky, not a cloud to be seen. Yep, and the yard is just bursting with growth. And it's got ahead of us again this year, like it often does. But little by little, we rake it back in and make it all tidy again. And that's what we've been up to. But we got a long way to go. Yep, the journey continues. When you own a piece of property, you just got to keep getting at it. That's all you can do. Oh, well, hello there, friends and family. So good you could stop by again today. And as you see, we're out on the property. And we've been getting at it again. And pretty much we've come to a stop again. And figured, hey, if y'all showed up, I'd take you for a little walkabout and show you where we're at. I like to do that every year. See where we were at, you know, during the springtime before everything got whipped back into shape. And we started planting out. Of course, I'm a little late on that again this year, as normal for me. And maybe in the comments below the video, you'll show us where you are this year and what you're doing on your property. So yeah, if you'd like to, tag along with me and the kitty crew if we take a little small walkabout. And as you can see, the 2 yard panthers are right at my feet, ready to walk about. You know, maybe they'll help me finish picking up the rest of the sticks over here on the north side of the property. Or as you can see, maybe not. But the first place we'll go to is over here to the old fig tree. And we were a little worried about it last year, coming through the drought. But it does appear like it's doing just fine. We lost a branch or two, and we'll get out here with the shears and we'll do a little bit of pruning, not much. I still don't see any figs on it. Yeah, it might be later in the summer before it actually has a crop of figs. We'll just have to wait and see. But the hairy vetch that provides, you know, a ground cover all around its base and nitrogen. You know, hairy vetch fixes nitrogen from the air and puts it into the little nodules in its roots deep underground, where the fig tree can benefit from that. They're like living in symbiosis, if you know what I mean. And of course, we've got the cats here blooming. That's these yellow flowers right here. You'll see them every year, and they grow all around our neighborhoods. For those of us who get a little bit behind on our lawns each year. Simply stunning, so bright, brilliant yellow. I just love them. It's a treat. And we'll continue on up here to the old bamboo forest, our bird sanctuary. And it's right there. A lot of new bamboo has started to sprout up in it, and that's okay. We cut down any that starts to creep away from it, as we see it. And look at these honeysuckle blooming away. Yellow and white. The bees, oh, you come out here in the morning, they'll just be covered up with the bumblebees and the honeybees. The old clothesline pole planting has got some of the perennial rye coming up, and it's done went to seed, as you can see right here. And here's something to note. You can see where the birds eat it right off the stems, the seeds that it produces. And like I said, here's a bamboo pole that sprung up right over in it. Of course, that'll come down. We'll cut it down, set it somewhere to dry, and it'll provide probably a bean support at some point in time. Bamboo poles make an excellent bean trellis. Yes, they do. And you can see just how far up in the sky it goes. Cleo, standing on my feet never worked. We're still gonna walk, okay? Okay. But it's peaceful up here in what we call the North Meadow. In fact, we were sitting up here the other day and we were talking to all of you. Right up here in the corner we were. And of course we're getting close to the mockingbird's nest, and they're warning us off. As many of y'all let me know. Now, the back garden area is rather high. The compost pile is pretty much been all digested by the worms and all the other insects, bacteria and what have you, over the winter time. I mean, it's about less than a foot high right now. But when I finished up with mowing last year, it was over 4 foot high. That's how quickly the bacteria, the worms, eat it all up. I don't turn it. I don't do nothing. I just let them do the work for me. And you can see out through here, it looks like a meadow full of perennial ryegrass, which is a perennial cover crop. And if you look on in there and see all those pretty yellow and white flowers, well, that's the flowers of the hairy vetch right there. So yeah, we got to get up in here with that mower and get this all knocked down. But as always, I like to let the perennial rye set seed and let the seed mature enough so when I come through here with the mower, we mow it all back down, spread it all over the land. And that's what helps to keep it going time and time again. Get up here and get this here raised bed all back cleaned out again. And I mean, I admit, last year with my health issues and that, things got a little ahead of me from time to time. And then we get out here where we have done some mowing. We'll have to make a second pass because the first pass, when it's up so high, yeah, you wind up having to make 2 passes because the grass gets laid down and doesn't cut right. But you can see the kitties, they truly enjoy it out here. And of course there's what's left of the giant old oak tree that cost us a fortune to take down. And we left this trunk I guess as a monument to it being there for over 200 years. That and the cost of taking it the rest of the way down was more than we had in the bank. And that's just facts. At some point in time, we'll have to take it the rest of the way down. But that'll be for several years down the road. The old truck there, it still runs, but it gets looking pretty shabby sitting out there under the trees. And I've got to make a decision whether to sell that one or sell Blackie, the black one, up front. Both run. Yep. Air don't work anymore. But other than that, they run. And once you give them a good wash up, they clean up rather well. But most of the flowers have already closed up this time of day. I should have taken you for a walkabout this morning. And on the south lawn here, we still got to pick up some more sticks and get it all mowed up. And that we'll get to tomorrow morning. My tire planters over here, that we still have a collard plant right here. And it's went to bloom. You can see the center stalk right here, blooming and going to seed. The other tire planter has got another variety of hairy vetch growing. See those little purplish pink flowers in it? Woo! They're harvesting all that nitrogen and putting it in the soil. And that'll all come out. We'll do a little bit with the hand cultivators. And we got to think about what we'll be sticking in them for this year. And then there's just all the weed whacking that's got to be done. And even this year, I can only do so much each day. And if I press it too far, yeah, then I got to wait a day. So I'm just trying to nip it, you know, sort of like the old saying goes. How do you eat an elephant? Well, one bite at a time. But I do like to do these walkabouts to see just where I was at every year. At certain times of the year, you know. And of course, here's Blackie. We haven't driven it in a year. Yep. We'll have to get her out, spray her off, and get her all looking nice. She won't go to the spa. We'll obviously do it by hand. But I'm thinking she's probably the one that's gonna go. She's the oldest, 1998, where the other one's 99. And Blackie's got far more miles on her. And that'll clear up the yard. And we gotta find somebody to take the focus. Yes, we do. But this is what I mean. Yeah, see these flowers? And I forget what they are. But they cover the whole yard too when you allow them to grow. And they're simply beautiful. And the bees love them too. So there we have it. That's the state of my affairs as far as the property goes. Another thing I've got to do is I've really got to carve back these holly bushes. They're just massive, taking up too much of the driveway and the walkway back up to the porch in the front yard. And then we got the blueberry bushes. They've bloomed and set their berries. They too suffered last year because of the little old man. was struggling with his health. And we won't have as many berries because some of them died. I'm not sure whether it was from the drought, the heat, the fact that this one here is in so much blinding sunshine now, when it used to be under, it wasn't full shade, but partial shade. And they'd always done amazing, as you all know. But they do have berries on them. More than enough for me. Yes, they do. They're starting to ripen up. There's some right there. There'll be plenty of blueberries for me to eat fresh and to put back in the freezer for when I want them throughout the year. There's still thousands and thousands of blueberries to be had this year. And boy, I am thankful for that, because I was really worried about them. I'd never let them go until last year. So yeah, we're just taking one little bite at a time till we get it all back under control, and then it's easy. First of the year, it's always tough. And it's been tougher the last 2 years because of obvious circumstances. But like last year, we finally whipped it under control. And I'm sure we will this year once again too. How are you doing on your yards, your garden? Let me know in the comments below the video. So yeah, that's the state of my small piece of paradise in deep south of Alabama this time of year on April the 17th, the day before my birthday, which will be tomorrow, which we will be out here working away. Yeah, we will. Anymore at my age, my outlook on birthdays is just another day. No parties are planned. Nobody's coming by. Now Spooky, Cleo, and Gracie may give me a surprise gift, and that'll be okay. You know, Spooky, he knows how to do the internet and order online, and you know, I've got to be careful with them. You know, he has a restricted credit card. Yeah, because if I didn't, I'd be getting Chewy orders all the time. Oh, but it's just good to be able this year to get up, go out and do as much as you feel like, get some rest, and move on to the next day. And I mean, next week, I got some doctor's appointments again coming up, but they're follow-ups, you know what I mean? I got to have blood work done at the Alabama Cancer Care Center Monday. And, you know, they'll take my blood, perform whatever tests, and then I'll meet with them on Thursday of next week, 11:30, to discuss the results. And hopefully, by the grace of God, and through your prayers, we'll still be cancer-free. Well, that's my hope, and I have faith it'll all be okay. So I hope this Thursday, April the 17th, finds you all well, happy, and safe in your homes too, wherever you are in this big wide world of ours. You know, I've been seeing comments from all areas of the world, and it warms my heart, because who would have ever thought of it, that all of you will watch a little old man in the deep south of Alabama on his little piece of paradise. I would have never thought it when I started this channel for my kids and my grandkids to see when Papa's no more. Never would have thought of it, and I'm truly appreciative for y'all stopping by, watching, your comments, and all that you do to make our life better right here. And we hope, like we always say, sometimes not, we hope in a little way our videos make your life a little better too. If I was a wealthy man, I'd do my very best to make all of our lives in our neighborhood the best that I can. So hey, enough of me rambling on. It's approaching supper time, and the kitties are one's laying under my feet and one's behind me, I'm sure. Fluffy Muffin, which is becoming more and more of a new member of the kitty crew, actually he came up to the plate not last night, but night before, with me still there, scooping the food out on the plate. 9 lives, wet food. I couldn't believe it. So we're making progress. Who knew? But hey, y'all take care. Stay safe out there, and may God bless you all, as you bless those in your lives. Goodbye for now. And there you have it. Fluffy Muffin is now officially a member of the kitty crew. Who would know? Just takes time, folks. Takes time and patience and love to win them over every time. Later, all.